Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. Here you are looking with me on 2004 Ford Econoline E350 Super Duty. This one served as a 15-passenger van, and we are in process of making it weekender camper. We removed all the seats or the paneling. You can see the progress very slightly here. We discovered a lot of rust, unfortunately, so we had to treat that. There is a new floor, 3 sheets of the beautiful flooring, and we removed that rear heater unit, which was taking a lot of space right here. I already fiberglassed these 3 holes off. That was AC lines, that was a drain for that whole unit, and that was the heater lines right here. And I have done nicely and easily blocking the heater lines, basically bypassing, and I shared that with you in different video. In this video we will finally install my homemade rear AC, because these are the AC lines. So we will install homemade rear AC block off kit. And why will I do that? Why will I not just leave it like that, or put a little rubber cap on it and just cap it like that? Well, if you want to keep using the AC in the front, you have to block these both pipes, because you will otherwise have a escaping AC freon. And this is what I do. You can buy on Amazon or eBay, somebody sells for like $70 AC block off kit, the rear AC block off kit, and I basically made one by myself. I used the parts which will be otherwise thrown away. These were the 2 lines which were coming from here, from the AC unit, underneath the vehicle, and connecting to the 2 lines I just showed you. So I cut off 2 ends from it to create that block of set or whatever kit. And what I do, this is a soft aluminum. I just found random bolts here. Have basically the bolt in the vise this way, applied on the frets, some kind of grease, and slowly by the hand actually I started turning this on it until it went approximately so far in. You can still see in this case the head of the bolt. In this one you cannot, because this was actually the bolt and it's already like 1 inch in, and I didn't want this sticking out, so I just cut it off by the saw. After that, when I had it in, I also pour epoxy inside, so I will have a perfect seal, and these things will be no leaking freon. And after this will be installed, this whole thing can be recharged again, and the AC will be working perfectly. And I basically waited with installing it. I waited for you so you can see the whole process in the case you will be ever dealing with the same thing. So from my AC supplies I will get a little bit of the AC refrigerant lubricant. It's the oil for the compressors. And reason I'm doing that is I want to make sure these O-rings are perfectly lubricated. We know this is compatible with it, so I will just put a very thin layer of that oil on those O-rings and also in these openings. Ideally you should use the gloves So I'm putting it, as I said, on these O-rings up here. You don't see it, because I don't want to spend half an hour setting up the tripod here. I mean, it's easy to imagine. I will do exactly the same right here as I just discussed, just to lubricate it nicely. Both of them with a very small amount. It's nothing really crazy needs to happen. And that will help me to install it on those lines, plus to keep those O-rings lubricated. Now comes the magic, so the loop, it's all over, and you will see it will perfectly, this is basically the line which was here before, will perfectly click and connect in that special connector. Did you hear that? Number one. Here we have the second one ready to be installed. Again, so easy to push it on. There is that loop, that oil. I wish I have two hands, but I'm holding the camcorder. Did you hear that? The spring locked it, and this is actually the block off. Therefore the AC can be fully recharged and being used again. So not only coolant, we have a bypass, but we have also AC block off installed. I hope you find this video helpful and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.